Okay, John, are you there? It's kind of an emergency. Can you please answer the phone? Did you not get a phone call from the hospital earlier?
I did get a phone call, but I was busy at work, so I chose to ignore it. You do remember that I actually have a job, right?
Of course I know that you have a job, but this is really urgent. Why else would the hospital be calling you?
I figured they just wanted to tell me the results of some report or something dumb like that, but you're not doing anything. So you should go to the hospital and just pick it up for me. I don't really get why I should have to answer the phone and talk to someone just for that. But you never have anything going on, so you should just go and figure it out for me.
Well, that isn't exactly fair. I mean, I do work part-time, you know. Besides, I really think that they want to talk to you. Are you sure that you want me to go for you?
Why are you making such a big deal about this? You're my wife. Anything a doctor wants to say to me, he should be able to say to you. It really is just that simple. Now hurry up and go find out what they want with me and quit wasting my time.
Okay, alright. I'll go. But you don't have to talk to me in that way, you know? I just wanted to make sure that you were getting the calls and what you wanted to do about it. I didn't realize it was such an effort for you to get back to the doctors.
Excuse me? Don't go talking as if you know why I do the thing that I do. Just be a good wife and do as I say. Got it? And don't ever compare your little part-time job to my real job.
You don't have to talk to me like that, you know. John, are you there? Please call me as soon as you see this.
Call you? I wouldn't call you if I was free with nothing better to do. Besides, there are a million better ways to spend my time than talking to you on the phone.
Please, John, this is serious. We really don't have the time for this. I really need to tell you this, but do you think I could just call you and explain it all over the phone? I think it would be a lot easier that way.
Well, I just told you that there's no way that I'm going to be answering the phone. I don't even want to hear your voice. Besides, I'm still at work and can't be taking personal calls just because you want to chat.
I know that you've already gotten off work for the day. Please, I don't really care if you're out on a busy street or something. Just please either let me call you or come home so we can talk in person.
Wait, how do you know that I'm off work? Did you call my office or something? You know that I told you never, ever to call where I work.
But this is an emergency, John. I don't have any other choice.
Fine, jeez. What is so important that you have to bug me like this? If you're going to be so annoying about this, just spit it out. Text or voice, I'll still get the same content. So just type it out and I'll read it when I feel like it.
I really think that this is the kind of thing that should be said over the phone or in person, not texted. But okay, if you're not going to call, then I have to tell you. I talked to the doctors and they said you maybe have a year left. Apparently, even going into the hospital and trying to seek treatment wouldn't work for how advanced the sickness is now. Any medicine or medical treatment would just be buying time.
What are you talking about? Is that supposed to be some kind of joke or something?
I wouldn't ever joke about something like this, John. You know that I don't find that sort of joke funny.
So basically, you're telling me I've only got a year left with you?
I really don't know. The doctors say that there is a small chance that treatment might help with it. But I think that we should go to the hospital and talk to the doctors themselves about it. Do you think you'll be able to take some time off of work tomorrow to do that with me?
Wait, what? You want me to go to the hospital with you? Why would I want to do that after you've just told me that you've only got a year to live? I'd much rather just have a divorce.
Wait, what? Why would you say that?
I mean that you've just been given a death sentence. And now that you have, I want a divorce right away. So I guess that means there were actually two big announcements for you today. Not only did you find out that you're going to die, but you also found out that you're going to die alone. So don't bother asking me to be there for you or anything like that. It's just a complete waste of time now. And to think that if this didn't happen, we would have spent the rest of our lives together. I guess you can say I really dodged a bullet there.
John, seriously, what are you talking about? I think you're really misunderstanding what I said. But I get it now. You think that I'm going to die, so you're using this as your chance to throw me aside and run away.
Aw, what? Did you really think I would stand by your side and hold your hand while you withered away? Why would I do that when I have another woman waiting for you?
What are you talking about this time? What older woman?
Did you really think that a guy like me can't get another woman to fall in love with him if I tried? I need to divorce you so that I can move on with my life and get with a new woman.
And you think that just marrying someone else is going to solve all of your problems? You'll still end up tied down in ways that you don't like, I guarantee it.
You're just jealous because I already have preparations just in case this very thing happened. Don't be mad just because you're going to die all alone.
I see. Well, then I guess I really didn't know you at all how I thought I did. I had no idea you already had another woman lined up, but fine. Be that way.
Not that I needed your permission to do so. And just why are you wasting the precious time that you have left even arguing with me about this? Why don't you just move out of the house and leave me alone already?
All right, fine then. Have it your way. I will leave then. I'll go ahead and get the divorce papers ready too.
Well, at least you're going to be a good obedient wife for me up until the very end. I'll sign the papers, but then you figure out the rest for me. Unlike you, I have a life to live. Oops, was that too soon? Ah, well, it hardly matters now that you're just a walking corpse.
Whatever, John. Have a nice life.
At least you still have a good sense of humor about you.
I'll just proceed with this whole divorce process then. I'll let you know when the papers are ready for you to be signed. I'm going to be moving out of the house today, though, so don't worry about me being in your space. Although I'll need time to pack my things, so I'll be staying here tonight.
That's fine with me. I'll just go and stay at my girlfriend's house. We're already divorced now, so it really doesn't matter if I do that, right?
Do what you'd like, John. All right, John, I've done as I said I would and prepared the divorce papers for you. Have you gone to the hospital at all, or are you just ignoring their calls? I got one call from the doctors telling me to reach out to you, but I told them that we're divorced and that it's not my business anymore.
The hospital? Why would I have to go there?
You mean you still haven't gone to talk to the doctors at all? You really still haven't figured out the mistake that you've been making? I wasn't given a year to live. You were.
Wait, what?
That's right. You should probably tell that girlfriend of yours before the two of you get married. But I hope you enjoy that last year of being with her.
Hold on a second. Seriously? What are you talking about? What do you mean I was given a year to live? If this is some kind of joke, it isn't very funny.
I'm afraid that I'm not joking about anything at all. Besides, you know that I don't like to joke about this kind of thing. I'm being very serious right now.
Well, I don't believe you at all. I feel as healthy as a horse.
You do remember going in for the full-body physical several months ago, right? Well, the doctors found some abnormalities and ran some tests. When you sent me to the hospital to find out the results, that was when they told me you only had a year left. But I guess you wouldn't believe me since you never went to check for yourself. But I wasn't going to my test results. They were yours, remember? You and your girlfriend might want to think about scheduling an appointment.
Oh, give me a break. Do you really expect to believe that I'm the one who's dying? Don't be ridiculous. This is all a bunch of nonsense. There's no way that I'm about to die. You're just mad because you're the one who's going to die all alone.
I'm actually not upset at all. And you can only blame yourself for all of this since you weren't listening to what I was trying to say. I never once said that I was the one who only had a year to live. You just read my message the way that you wanted to read it. And then you went on to confess that you were cheating on me and that you wanted to get a divorce.
Well, yeah, I guess so. But still.
So all I did was fulfill a dying man's wishes and divorce him. You do remember that the whole reason I went to the hospital that day was for your test results, right? I mean, why would I go to the hospital to pick up your diagnosis and then come back with one for myself? That just doesn't even make sense. You really need to just answer the phone when the hospital calls you.
But I hate talking on the phone. It's such a pain.
Well, I can't disagree with you there, but now look what happened. Honestly, I have no idea how you made that mistake even. I was really surprised by it, to be honest. But then all the horrible things you said to me the second you thought that I was going to die. About not being there while I wither away and leaving me to die alone. Not to mention the fact that you've been cheating on me this whole time.
Well, I thought you were going to be gone soon. I guess I kind of jumped the gun on all of this, didn't I?
But you were already cheating on me before you even thought I was going to die. At least own up to the fact that you were doing it.
But I only admitted it because I thought that you were the one that was dying.
Well, I'm not, so good luck explaining to your girlfriend and all.
What the heck am I supposed to tell her after all of this? She's never going to marry me now!
Yeah, I really can't see anyone wanting to marry someone with so little to go. But since you were so ready to marry her anyways, surely she must love you enough to want to be with you, right? Maybe she'll overlook this and stand by your side until your last breath. Anyways, if you're not going to tell her that, then at least tell her that I'm suing you both for adultery.
Wait, what? You're going to sue us? But I was just given a death sentence. Are you really going to try and just heap more suffering on me?
I'm sorry, but that has nothing to do with the fact that you cheated on me. You cheated, and I have the right to sue for reparations. It really is that simple. You've already admitted to it. Now it's time to own up to it. I don't care if you are a dying man. I have my rights.
How can you say that to me? I only have a year left to live. You should be nicer to me. Why are you being so cruel? You're breaking my heart, Julia. You're the reason I'm dying. It's all the emotional stress you've been putting me through.
Excuse me? You seriously need to get a grip if you think that's the case.
What do you mean?
I mean, that if you want to talk about mistreatment and stress, then I have much more room to talk than you do. The whole time we've been married, you've treated me like your maid more than your wife. You only ever looked down on and condescended to me, and you even cheated on me. You need to get over yourself and realize that you haven't been a good husband.
Hey, come on now. What kind of way is that to talk to a dying man?
You had your chance to go and talk to the doctors about this, but you didn't. I'm sorry, but I don't have any pity for you after the idiotic way you've been acting and the horrible way you've been treating me. I never want to hear from you again.
Hey, Julia, are you there?
Excuse me? Who is this?
Please don't act like this. You know, it's me, John. I just wanted to tell you that I really am sorry about what I did. I was just really hoping that you would take me back.
God, you were such a little creep.
What do you mean?
I mean that I thought you left me to go and be with your girlfriend. Why are you trying to worm your way back into my life?
Please don't be like that. I really am sorry for all that I did. But I really have been thinking about what I did, and I realized I was treating you wrong. I need you. I see that now. I'm in the hospital right now, and I'm in my room all by myself.
I see. So I guess now you're the one living out your days all alone.
My family found out all about my cheating and how I treated you, and no one has come to visit me. But I think if I had you here by my side, I might really be able to beat this thing. Please, I need you to help me get through this.
Why don't you leave me alone and go ask your girlfriend to help you?
But we've been married 5 years. No one else knows me as well as you do.
And? Why do you think I owe you another second of my life? I gave you enough time and now I'll finally be free. Don't bother reaching out to me unless it's about paying me what you owe me.
Hey there, it's me, John. Well, here I am, living out my final days alone in a hospital bed. Although I suppose if I think about all that I said to Julia, I should have seen this coming. I'd like to take this space to make my final statement. I really have had a change of heart. I don't expect Julia to ever take me back or see me before I go. But that's for the best. Now that we're divorced and she's free, I really do hope that she can move on and forget all about me. I may be dying, but at least by doing so, I might be doing the only kind thing I've done for the only woman I've truly loved.
Abby, I just rang the doorbell, but nobody's come to answer the door yet. Are you guys not at home right now? Oh, you still haven't noticed what's up, Cassie? You coming over to our house is always a problem for us. What? And even if Fred is just trying to be a kind little brother to you, he needs to realize that he can't keep letting in his money-craving older sister that's here for his doctor money. We're both getting fed up with you now. My mom and I are only here to give him his gift as a celebration from us for opening his new clinic. And like I was saying, we don't have any money here for a parasite like you to have, so go back home, please. We both want that from you now. We only just got here and you're already saying things like that about us? You can't keep latching on to your little brother who is married now just because you have no money of your own, okay? That's not good. Whether you think you can do it because he owes you one or you're just being a greedy little witch, most people would call you a pile of trash. So you know what that word means. Listen, Abby, what exactly do you think you're saying to me right now? Well, being from a single mother household, you guys tend to act all crazy, right? I mean, look at your mother herself. The fact that she got tossed out by the only man that could ever love her shows that she's a good-for-nothing whore, right? And when it comes to that whore's daughter, you seem to never be able to find any sort of a lover. And that rundown house you're both still living in is out of this world crazy. This is the house we were given after my grandfather died. So far, everything you're saying is very biased and will not make me lose my composure. Could I please talk with someone a little more mature now? I can see that there's no car in the driveway, so does that mean Fred is out of the house? Where did he run off to at this time of day? I have a lot of things I'd like to ask today, and if you're not going to let us in to drop off these gifts for him, we're going to have a problem. I guess I'm going to have to talk with Fred about this now. What? You always go around doing the most needless things. How pathetic. Has your head cooled down a little now? I'm so kind, aren't I? Huh? Are you kidding me? I'm not screwing around right now. What the hell did you think you were doing pouring water down onto us from the second-story window when it's the middle of winter? I'm so sorry, but it was on purpose. You're a dumbass, so I had to do something more drastic or else you would have never learned. I totally understand how much you hate me now, but the issue is I can't seem to get my head around whatever the hell is going on inside your brain. Your mother was down there glaring at me, though, and that really frightened me. Women that have been abandoned by their man really are barbarians, right? I hope that the both of you will take after someone like me, who is not only kind, but also cute and open-minded. Jesus. At first I didn't think your aimless actions would become a problem for the family, but now I can see you act that way because you lack a brain entirely, and that's dangerous. You have such a bad personality, Cassie. Not only do you look ugly, but you have a very ugly attitude. Is there even any reason for you to be living anymore? The fact that you're not even going to be able to leech off of Fred now will be your downfall for sure. Fred and I have been working together to create a new family, which will be both loving and caring, and neither you or that whore were invited. Now you rotten woman can go back to that rundown shack of yours and decay there until there is nothing left but your bones. Look, do you have any idea what you're doing right now? What? I'm doing the best possible thing at the moment. This house is just for my husband and his cute wife to be living in, and in order to protect us, I'm defending this house from two scary beggars outside our door. Fred really found himself such a stupid woman to marry. To the point I almost worry there might be something wrong with his head as well. What? But I happen to be very cute, which means I can do anything I want around here and he'll have to forgive me. Sorry for being so cute. And as you can see, you're not getting anything else from us, so you two filthy beggars need to go. Ugh, then we're going home. Finally. Goodbye forever, both the witch and the whore. I hope you both have learned your lessons today with the help of my training course.
Hey, Cassie? What the hell happened here? When I got home today, Abby was drenched and crying her head off.
Huh? Why do you think I'd know anything about all of that?
Because she told me that you were the one that poured all of this freezing cold water on her, and that you started to yell at her, saying she was a terrible wife.
Really?
I never thought that my own sister would ever be the one to do such a terrible thing to Abby. I totally get that there are some things about Abby that suck, like her being a bit irritating and not really caring about others. I had only just left for a little bit to go out and buy more coffee for us at the store nearby. Did something really bad happen between you two while I was gone? Did you finally lose it with Abby because of something she said?
Well, here's a fun fact for you, Fred. Abby never even let Mom and I into your house in the first place.
What?
Instead of being let in, she started to make fun of the both of us again, before going to the second-story window and pouring water on top of the both of us, followed by her telling us both to go home. She called us both parasites and said we needed to get lost.
What? Abby was saying all of that to you?
Do you think I'd be lying about something like that? It seems that you haven't even talked with her about any of the things that have taken place with your new clinic yet, have you?
Telling her about that would be tough on me. I've been holding off for a little bit.
Well, it's because you're not telling her everything that she thinks she can just do whatever she wants and that you'll forgive her for it.
Hold on a second. So what you're telling me is that not only did Abby pour water onto the both of you, but she poured some on herself in order to set you guys up?
That's what I'm saying, Fred. And Mom will tell you the same thing I did if you ask her, all right?
What the hell? But I'm her husband, and I shouldn't just be blaming her for all of this. That would be wrong. Before I make a final decision based off this, I'm gonna speak with her one more time. I can't believe that my friend's little sister would ever do such a thing to my own family. My head is really starting to hurt now thinking about this.
Jesus, man. She really has been having her way with you, hasn't she? You really are such a dirty player, Cassie. Oh, and this time I'm not talking about you literally being a dirty woman who thinks she can play with men. I'm talking about how you play games like a cheater. Could you stop talking about me like that when I'm not nearly as bad a sport as you are? What? Aren't I just telling the truth? If you'd like, I can also comment on your bad fashion sense. Browns, blacks, grays. All you wear is the most depressing colors, it seems. But they match your inner soul. Now, could you cut to the chase here? What? I didn't want to get to the point outright, or else I might hurt you. But I guess I have no choice now. The fact that you went to Fred complaining about me in order to get him to hate me is just wrong, don't you think? Now you're harassing his wife, and that's a very scary thing. Huh? I never told him to hate you or anything, so you must be mistaken here. Oh, are you angry now? Was I on the mark there? Just because I'm cute doesn't mean that you can take out all of your frustrations on me, okay? You're just making him more resentful of me, and that's no good for our marriage, right? It's like he's having to be pressured from all sides now. Ah, so Fred was not able to get through to you then, I see. Why are two poor women so hell-bent on hurting the marriage of a young doctor and his cute wife? Maybe it's because the both of you are failures as women and are beginning to panic? You're really getting on my nerves here. Let me ask, what does that make you then, telling your own husband lies about what his family did? If you're going to keep that sly kind of BS up, then we'll make you regret it. Before that happens, do you mind apologizing to us? Oh my, you're going to force me to apologize? I'm screenshotting all of this. Go right ahead. I was just giving you your last chance before things get really messy there. My mom and I were really only willing to give you that last chance for Fred's sake, but it's gone now. Why are you acting all tough now? I want to ask you, what makes you think you can act all tough now just because you have a doctor as a husband? Let me tell you the truth about him and his career right now. The clinic he's opened is nothing more than a branch clinic. What? A branch clinic? That's right. You see, my mom is the owner of her own hospital complex, and I work as a doctor for a private clinic myself. In other words, we are all doctors, or at least have been, yet still work in the medical field, in high positions, of course. What? What? You're lying, right? Those kinds of jokes are way too lame to be taken as funny content, you know. Nice lie, you liar. Are you really that pathetic of a woman? How about you go and open up the web browser on your phone and type both my mom's name and mine in to see what comes up? If you go ahead and do that, you'll be shown a lot about the two of us. And why would I ever want to do any of that? None of what you're saying makes any sense. I mean, I didn't mind you avoiding the truth at all costs. Just know that if you don't want to play by the rules anymore, my mom can go ahead and end that contract you just signed for a job at her hospital. What? You think that she'd just let you get away with acting like a total bitch? No way that would fly in an environment where you have to care for other people's needs, especially those in life-threatening scenarios. I was... Come on already, take a look online. See what pops up when you search my mom's and my name on there. Are you afraid to look? Excuse me? Fine, I'll search up your guys' names. Not like anything's going to come up anyway, but you keep telling me to, so I'll go ahead and do it. This is what I mean by you being a total witch all the time. Old hag. Wait. Huh? No way, right? Are you kidding me? Have you found what I've been wanting to show you? No way. This can't be real, right? No way. No how? I'm sure both of our faces are on there when you look up our names, right? What? Then what I was just doing to the both of you, I just... Signed your death warrant? You sure did, you dumbass bitch. You never took the time to actually consider the position that you were in. No, wait, there's not enough brain cells in your head to consider such a thing. I thought that I'd be okay because of the fact that my husband's a doctor. This means that both his single mother and older sister are above the two of us. Not that we use our power to control him or anything, since he's chosen to move out of the house and live on his own. You had one last chance to make up what you did to us, and you wasted it in such a disgusting manner, didn't you? Had you just told me the truth before I said anything, this is all your fault. All right, just took a screenshot of that. What? I'm sending that to Fred right now. Go ahead and have a chat with him about that comment right now. You asshole! Are you trying to completely ruin your little brother's marriage or something? I'm only showing you both the truth. I'd go and talk with him right now before his brain dwells on that screenshot for a long time. The more time you take to go and talk to him, the more likely things are going to fall into disarray for you. I'm not screwing around! You really are a monster for sure now!
Abby! You tell me right now what the hell this screenshot is of.
Fred, you have the wrong idea about that.
Tell me what's wrong with what I think, and explain that to me in a way a doctor could actually understand.
Your sister forced me into that situation where I had to say that. She's trying to cause more trouble between us in the hopes that you'll begin to feel sorry for her and distance yourself from me. Look, after you got married to me, you moved out of that house and left your sister feeling lonely, right?
Really?
I told her I didn't want to talk about anything. I was thinking about her when I said that. I didn't mean to make things seem sour between us, okay? I'm sorry. You'll forgive me for that, though, right?
Abby, I have been trying to make it through this marriage believing as much as I can the things that come out of your mouth. But after what you said this time, I don't think I can trust you anymore. Or at least it's going to be very difficult for me to. Now, would you stop lying to me like that, trying to make yourself look like the good guy? It's beginning to really upset me now.
Why, Fred? Are you telling me that I can't be trusted by you anymore?
You are my best friend Richard's little sister, and I do not want to start doubting what my best friend's sister says. I remember back when Richard first introduced you to me, and you said you'd try your hardest to be a very considerate person that was open to everyone. But from what I've seen, you haven't been trying at all to be considerate of others.
What? What do you mean by that?
Did you think you could get me to continue caring for you as though you were a decent person by lying to me?
What? Why do you keep thinking that I'm lying to you about all of this? You're being mean.
I never really even wanted to get married, as a matter of fact, and I wanted to be a bachelor all my life. But when your brother ended up with stage 4 cancer and was on his deathbed, he told me to take great care of you like he would have. He told me that sure, you may have had a bad personality, but you're still cute and should be with someone who could take care of you. He was just a little biased, I suppose, because he was your older brother. Damn it.
Are you saying that he lied to you as well then? Fred, you're being really, really mean right now. You and I are a married couple now, right?
I'm just speaking the truth. Abby, you really tried to play the part of a stupid little girl, lying to me about a whole lot of things right to my face. And sure, you had me fooled for quite a while there, actually. But a while back, I realized what was going on and only acted like I never knew.
Huh?
I thought that at some point you would realize you didn't have to lie anymore and would open up. But I've been waiting for that to happen a long time now, it feels. And I'm at my limit. I don't want to be with you anymore, Abby.
Why are you bringing that up now?
I told you I didn't want you to realize the fact that I knew the real you. I was lying to you like you'd been lying to me. I've known about how you'd break things on purpose in your anger as a way of getting your way with me, and that you'd go into my accounts and take money from them without asking to go and play. And I've known about how when I'm not around, you harass my mother and sister using the one thing you thought made you tough, and that's your husband being a doctor.
That was,
I know this will sound like I'm preaching a bit, but stealing and hurting other people is not something anyone should be okay with doing. I respect both my mother and my older sister more than anyone else, and rightfully so. Back in school, I was an idiot and told by a lot of my teachers that I should never aim for becoming a doctor. The same thing was said to me by friends and distant family members as well. Yet while I was having to deal with all those hurtful words, my mother and sister were there for me, supporting my dream. Even now, I've had to rely on my mother in order to get this clinic that I just opened, and I should be in huge debt to her for it. But she still came out here with my sister to bring me a present to celebrate it. Do you have any idea what that meant to me?
But Fred, when you told me about your new clinic, I celebrated with you.
I don't care to hear about you and your family, so stop talking about them already. Who was it that told me that instead of saying well done or congratulations?
I didn't do anything wrong.
Damn. We're getting a divorce. There is no future between us anymore where the outcome would be good for me.
What?
I feel really bad having to do this after what your brother said to me, but my life is my life, and I will not let someone like you tear it apart. You've already gone and hurt my family far too much, and I will not let you continue to terrorize them.
Wait, Fred, this is all way too messed up. Everything about this is messed up.
I've let my head cool down, and I think you should do the same. If you can do that, you might begin to understand why this is all happening.
Cut it out with all those damn phone calls. What do you want from me? Cassie, I'm in huge trouble now. Did you go and have that talk with Fred about your actions? There is something seriously wrong with Fred's heart right now, with his mind. Excuse me? He must be burnt out from all that stress at work now because he was just talking to his cute wife, me, like he doubted me and didn't want me around anymore. My poor, poor Fred. Maybe all of that stress is making him depressed. He needs to be taken to a hospital right now to have that fixed. The only one I'd recommend needs to be seen by a doctor right now is you. Rather, a psychologist. I'm not listening to any of your jokes right now. Something really bad has happened with Fred that's made him lose his mind. I've never been told by him before that he wants a divorce in such a serious way either. There is something seriously wrong with his mental health. Why is someone like you, who has never studied any form of medicine, diagnosing my brother with something he for sure does not suffer from? To a doctor like myself, that's comical. Fred hasn't gone crazy or anything like that, all right? He's just fed up with someone he's had to deal with for a long time. What? Someone he's had to deal with for a long time. So you never noticed your own husband was having to put up with all your crap for so long there? There's no way he's been putting up with me the whole time. He has a cute and kind wife like me to live with, so why would he? I think another issue you need to have seen is you always calling yourself cute and kind, because that is not true at all. Allow me to help you a little with this. Everything you've thought you'd hidden from Fred, my mom, and I have known about. Which means you being a cute little wife is far from the truth. What? When we came to your house after Fred had started his new clinic up, we were there to celebrate his success. But there was only one other reason we went there. We had something we really needed to ask you about. In person, of course. Where did you hide the engagement ring? I'm talking about the one that has the 1-carat diamond on it. What? Why do you... Last week you came out to my mom's house, right? And ever since that day, the ring has been gone. That ring was left for us by my grandfather, yet it's now missing and we can't find it anywhere here. Are you assuming that I was the one that stole it? You really are a witch for suspecting me of doing such a thing. But when we asked for Fred to have a look around in your house, he found a lot of things in your room. Things like my cosmetics that went missing and some of my hair products as well. My earrings that I could never find, they were also in your room. But the only thing he couldn't find in there was that engagement ring. He was looking through my things without my permission? Without your permission? I was told by him that he asked you where all those things went, and you said you had no clue at all. And I'm assuming the reason why you never let us into your house that day was because you didn't want us finding anything out, right? I don't know what that's all about. Are you sure that it wasn't Fred that took them from you? Or that we just have the exact same things? Just confess already, goddammit. What you've been doing is a crime, and we can have you sent to jail for it. I don't know anything, though. Then I'm letting my mom know not to let Fred have that clinic now and not hire you. Wait, that's unfair to me. I can't believe after all my brother did for yours, things had to end with a bad divorce. I'm sure your brother is up in heaven right now crying over what you've done. You're a bitch. Are you sure? Are you sure it's not you who's the bitch? I sold the damn ring. I don't need someone else's engagement ring, and it was disgusting me. Not sure where it's at now, so there you go. Are you satisfied with my answer? Huh? I'm not satisfied, actually. This only proves that there is nothing in that thick skull of yours. What do you want me to say, then? Do you want me to give you the money for it? Would that be enough to make you happy? I don't want the damn money for it, you asshole. What? Why are you getting so pissed off right now? Pissed off? I'm beyond that now, but I'm just not showing it yet. But I have every right to go all out with you after what you've been up to. Acting like you're in charge of everything when you've been committing crimes left and right by stealing things. And that's on top of you treating my mom and I like garbage and assaulting us. You are nothing more than a slimy, lying child who thinks that she can still do whatever she wants. Well, I'm not having it. That engagement ring was handcrafted by my grandfather, who was a dentist, for my grandmother back in the day. What? It was handcrafted? I can't do this anymore. I really just can't. I'm going to the police. What? The police? In other words, you're going to send the police after me? That's right. You stole things from us and then sold some of them, as well as assaulted my mom and I in the dead of winter by pouring cold water onto us from above. You really don't have to take things that far right now, right? I don't want to be placed under arrest. There's not going to be an out-of-court settlement either. I'm going to give you the best present possible that any pile of dog crap deserves, a criminal record. Please, tell me thank you later. I don't need that. I really do not need that. You've gone far enough taking advantage of others while committing your crimes. The only reason you were able to make it this far in the first place is because people like my brother, my mom, and your brother thought you could do better. And you thought that since you're cute, you could just get out of everything and never have to be responsible. But in reality, we've all just felt really bad for you. All of that forgiveness was their pity. No way. I'm sorry for what I've done. Please forgive me now. Yesterday was a really bad day for me. I was confused and did things that I never wanted to do. I don't give a damn. You're no longer the wife of a doctor, nor is there anything about you that makes people want to spoil you. You're just mentally challenged and need to have someone caring for your needs 24/7 now. Understood? I want you to understand that while you rot in jail. Wait. No. I hope you'll learn your lesson today through this special training of mine.
Cassie, I found the receipt from when Abby went and sold the engagement ring. But after going to that store, they told me they had sold it already.
Damn it. All right. Well, there's nothing we can really do about that now.
But Abby's parents said they will pay for it. They can pay us back however much she sold it for. Although with that, her dad won't be able to pay for his cancer treatments.
Who knew that they had hereditary cancer in that family? I feel bad that they won't be able to afford some of his treatments now, especially after losing their son to cancer. But Abby's going to have to pay us back somehow, so perhaps they can pay us first and force her to pay them back over time.
I'm sorry. It's because I accidentally let her marry me that this all happened to us.
That's right. You should have never married someone you never really loved, even if it was for the sake of her dying brother. You better not ever do something like that again, all right?
Of course I won't. I'm sorry. I've had enough of marriage for one life.
In the end, Fred was able to have a successful divorce from Abby through the use of a really good lawyer. And like I had said, I went to the police about her stealing from us, and soon they showed up to take her to the police station and charge her with theft. She was also charged with assaulting us and would have to pay an in-court settlement later on. The price of that ring itself was close to $15,000, and then the settlement was another $10,000. She didn't have to be imprisoned or anything for her crimes, but she would have to be put on parole for a little while, as well as have to serve 250 hours of community service. Along with that, she'd have both of those charges on her permanent record, which will most definitely kill her chances of finding any decent work in this city. When the trials were over with, she went back to Fred's place to get all of her things and prepare for the inevitable. There, she was kicked out of the house by Fred, and not ever getting that job at my mom's hospital, she ran back to her parents' house. But neither of them wanted anything to do with her anymore, and they forced her away by saying they'd be cutting ties to her. Later on, both of her parents came to our house to say they were very sorry for what she'd done, and that they would pay off that ring she stole from us. However, we didn't accept the money, and said she'd be the one to pay for it over time, while they could keep that money for cancer treatments. It's sad to think all of this started because of Abby's brother, Richard, wanting my brother to keep her safe and make her happy. But it seems that was never enough for her rotten soul, and the only thing that could make her smile was the abuse and sadness of others. She would even go and lie to everyone in order to become spoiled, which my brother gladly did, like hers. But in the end, that trick really backfired and put her right back into hell. I'm sure she hasn't really learned anything from what's happened, though, and she will begin to trick people again. That's just the way things are with monsters like her, and the only way to stop them is to never trust them in the first place. Perhaps people will stop trusting her, though, not that she has no home, no money, and no friends left to leech off of. As for myself and my mom, after Fred has successfully had his divorce and no longer had to deal with Abby, we asked that he come home for a while and stay with us again. There we made sure to watch over him for a little while, as we both knew this had been hard on him like it was on us. And after a few weeks, he was back to putting all his time into the new clinic. And that's when we said he could go back to his place. Once he was out of the house again, my mom and I did the only thing we could do after such an event, and took time off to go on vacation together, somewhere warm. We've been chilled to the bone ever since getting that cold water dumped on us outside, and need a sunny, warm beach to melt away on for a bit. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Hi, Dad. How have you been? I have some amazing news to share with you. I'm getting married!
Oh, wow! That's great! Your mother never mentioned that things were so serious between you and your boyfriend.
Actually, Mom didn't know that I was in a serious relationship either. I only told her yesterday, so she was pretty surprised. I wanted to tell the both of you in person, but it seems that you're really busy, so I texted you guys instead.
You're right. I've been pretty busy lately. But this is important. I can make time for you. When do you want to come over?
That sounds great. Let me check my schedule and get back to you. You'd be surprised to know that you've already met my fiancé.
What do you mean by that?
You'll see when you meet him. I'm so excited.
Okay. What's your fiance like?
He works at a company that happens to be one of your clients. His name is Nate. Does that ring a bell?
Oh, yes, it does. I know Nate. He works in sales, doesn't he? He's really good at his job, too. Well done. You picked a good guy to marry.
Well, it's not like I selected him from a group of men or anything. We just found that we have a lot in common. Anyway, I look forward to introducing you and Mom to Nate.
How about next weekend? Does that work for the two of you?
I think so. I'll write it down on my calendar. See you next week then. I'll make sure that Nate is available too. I'll get back to you when I know for sure, okay? Oh, I heard from Mom that you've been working on the weekends as well. Don't work too hard though. You need to rest too. What are you working on that is keeping you so busy?
I suppose it just means that my position in the company is becoming more senior. Being promoted isn't all fun. It means more responsibility, too.
Oh, so that means you got a promotion then? But why did the company lower your salary? It doesn't seem fair.
What are you talking about?
Mom told me that they lowered your salary, but you've been working longer hours with no overtime. I don't think that you should let the company abuse you like this.
They're not abusing me. You don't need to worry about that. I've been assigned some new tasks, and it's taking me some time to get used to them. Your mother shouldn't have said anything to you.
Oh. Alright then. I guess that makes sense because Nate tells me that your company takes great care of its employees. He told me that it didn't make sense that they were making you do more work for less money.
You don't need to be concerned. I can take care of myself. Nate doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't even work for the same company that I do. He'll understand when he's older and more mature. Besides, I'm getting benefits that are only available to people in my position. But because we get these benefits, we're not allowed to charge for overtime. So basically, I get paid an annual salary and no overtime. Do you get how it works now?
Of course I knew that. What I'm trying to tell you is that it doesn't make sense that they lowered your annual salary. If you got a promotion, your salary would stay the same or be raised.
Look, I don't want to talk about this anymore with you. I need to get back to work now. See you next week.
You're still working?
I am. So I really don't have time to be talking to you over chat. I look forward to sitting down with Nate and getting to know him better.
Okay. See you next week then. Good luck with work. A few days later. Mom, don't you think that Dad's been acting strange lately? I feel like he's hiding something from us. I agree. He's not quite himself these days. But hey, you don't need to worry about it. I can handle your father on my own. I told him my wedding date, but Dad didn't seem too interested. It kind of felt like he already had plans on that day. It feels like he's not even excited that I'm getting married. Me getting married is kind of a big deal. I expected him to be more enthusiastic than this. I'm sure that he's thrilled that you're getting married to Nate. He just has a weird way of showing it. Work is keeping him really busy and he hasn't gotten the chance to be happy about your engagement yet. He won't miss your wedding though. He loves you too much. Perhaps we can all sit down and talk about things when the time is right. What do you mean by that? You're making me think that something bad is going to happen to our family. I'm an adult, Mom. You don't need to hide anything from me. I can handle it. I don't want Nate to pick up on the fact that things are awkward in our family right now. You have a point. I was planning on telling you, but I didn't want to ruin your engagement or your wedding. I haven't said anything to your father about this, so will you keep it between us for now? I want to process things before I go and have a talk with your father. What do you need to process? I won't tell Dad, so please, tell me what's going on. It seems that your father is in love with someone else. What? So he's cheating on you then? Yes, but I didn't want to say anything until your wedding was over. I can't believe that Dad would do this to you. It's unforgivable. I'd like to have a word with him about this. And that's exactly what I don't want you to do. Let me talk to him when I'm ready. I'm still sorting things out. I'm also gathering all the evidence that I need. Wow. You're really handling this on your own? I'm proud of you, Mom. If Nate ever cheated on me like this, I'd go crazy. Yeah, it's best not to be cheated on. But if you have been, then the best way to deal with it is through revenge. I'm going to make sure that my plans don't interfere with your wedding, though. If it were just an affair, I might have been able to get past it, but the person he's cheating with is the other problem. What do you mean? The day of the wedding.
I'm in the middle of work right now. I can't pick up the phone right now.
How could you be at work right now? Call me back now! 3 hours later.
I'm still working. I'll get back to you later.
It's Saturday! And do you know what day it is today?
I'm on a business trip. I'm busy. What do you want?
Do you really have to ask? You're unbelievable!
What do you mean by that? I'm working. Show a little respect. Now stop texting me. I've got to go now.
I can't believe that you're the one getting mad about this. Do you understand what you're doing to our family?
What do you mean? I'm working for my family. I really have to go. Stop bothering me.
You're so clueless, it makes me sick. I'm ashamed to have you as my father. I really hate you right now, and you're not the person that I thought you were.
What's with all the name calling? You're the one that's bothering me. Why are you so pissed? Now can you please let me get back to work?
Well, what kind of father forgets about his own daughter's wedding?
What?
I can't believe that you didn't come to my wedding. And I won't ever forgive you for it. So you forgot about my wedding because you were so preoccupied about going on your stupid trip with your young lover? Did I get that right?
Wait, how do you know about the trip?
Can you really call yourself a good father and husband after what you've done? You're dating someone that is close to my age. And you're so obsessed with her that you forgot to come to my wedding. How could you?
Wait, today's your wedding?
Yes, it is! Well, it's too late because you've already ruined everything. The wedding is over. And you didn't walk me down the aisle like you promised you would. I despise you.
It was an honest mistake. I didn't forget out of spite. Miranda, I'm so sorry about this. I'll find a way to make it up to you.
It's too late for your apologies. The damage has already been done.
But
You hurt me and Mom enough by having an affair, but on top of that, you forgot to come to my wedding? How could you?
I'm on a business trip, not a holiday. It's not my fault. And I'm not having an affair. This is all a big misunderstanding.
I see. So you're just going to continue lying to my face then? I spoke with the CEO of your company. He told me that you aren't on a business trip. Does that mean that he's the one that's lying?
You spoke to the CEO?
Well, he was at my wedding, so I thought I'd ask. I thought that it was strange that my father missed my wedding. When do you plan on telling us the truth? You can't run from this.
Why was the CEO at your wedding in the first place? Your wedding's not that important.
I see. So that's how you feel about my wedding then?
That's not what I meant. Your wedding is important to me, but why to our CEO? He doesn't know you personally.
You haven't been listening to anything I told you, huh? My fiance, Nate, is the son of the CEO of your client's company.
What? So you're marrying the son of a CEO?
Yes. So the CEO of your company attended as a guest of Nate's family. You should have known all this. Most of senior management was at our wedding.
Oh my. This can't be good for me.
No, it's not. And you're the one that caused this to happen. Are you starting to realize the gravity of your actions? Mom and I are in a really awkward position because of you. Well, your punishment is coming your way, so be prepared.
I'm on my way to the wedding venue right now. I'm sure that it's not too late.
I already told you that it's too late. The wedding is finished. So there's no point in you coming here. I'm cutting all ties with you.
Isn't that a little extreme? Give me a chance to make amends. I'm your father. You can't cut me out of your life.
Well, what kind of father forgets about his daughter's wedding to go on a trip with his lover? You're not my father anymore. And Mom feels the same way. She wants nothing to do with you. She's going to divorce you.
Divorce? She hasn't said anything to me about that. How many times do I have to tell you that I'm not having an affair? What can I do to have you believe me?
You're a disgrace. Why don't you stop lying? No one believes anything that you say. And you can't deny it because I already know the truth. Do you know why?
Aren't you just making this all up?
Then how come I know how old your lover is then? Mom hired a private investigator, and she has all the information about your affair. Your lover happens to work at the same company as Nate.
I can't believe that your mother hired a private investigator!
Well, she was smart to do so. I don't consider you to be my father anymore. I don't want you to get in touch with me ever again. Nate already told his parents about your affair.
So Nate's father knows?
Yes, he does. And Mom told the CEO of your company. Practically everyone knows about your affair now.
How can she do this to me?
To you! You did this to us! Why don't you have a talk with your CEO and see what he thinks about your affair? That is, if you even have the courage to ask for a one-on-one meeting with your CEO.
Miranda, I apologize about missing your wedding. That was not my intention. You have to believe me.
It's too late to regret anything. It's already done. Your life as you know it ended the minute you decided to have an affair. You chose a really bad person to have an affair with as well. And it was stupid of you to plan a trip with her on the same day as my wedding.
How many times do I have to apologize about missing your wedding? I'm really sorry and I mean it. I'm going to make it up to you.
And how are you going to do that? Well, you just pay the alimony that you owe Mom and leave us alone. Mom and I are no longer on your side. You're on your own.
Do you have to be so hard on me? People make mistakes. We all do. Let me explain, and I'm sure that you and your mother will find it in your hearts to forgive me.
Well, I don't have the time to listen to your lame excuses. There's never a good reason for cheating on your spouse. I got married today, and I'm happy. I don't need my former father trying to ruin it for me. Please stop texting me.
I've been a good father to you. You can't cut me out because of one mistake.
You may have been a good father to me in the past, but that's in the past now.
What else do you want me to say?
Good luck with your life. It was nice knowing you. Have a happy life with your lover. Afterward, Miranda's father, Sean, showed up at the wedding venue, but it was too late. All the guests had already left. Miranda blocked his number, so he was no longer able to get in touch with her. Sean's wife, Melanie, filed for a divorce and requested that he pay her alimony. Sean ended up borrowing money to pay the alimony to his ex-wife, and he was kicked out of the house. Things became uncomfortable for Sean at the workplace, too, and he ended up leaving. Sean's lover quit her job, too, but things weren't so bad for her because she got married to her young fiancé. Sean was all alone and lost everything that was important to him. If only he hadn't been so stupid to start an affair. We can't help but feel a little sorry for what happened to him in the end.
Louise? Where are you?
Hospital? Don't you remember what happened last night?
Nope. I was too drunk, but I remember talking to you, though.
You pushed me down the stairs, and I was carried to the hospital.
I did? Well, sorry about that. Do you have a broken bone or something?
No, I miscarried.
Wait, what? Miscarried?
Our baby is gone, Spencer.
Aw, that sucks.
What's with the attitude? Do you have any idea how hard this is for me? I've been crying all night without sleeping. Are you not going to come visit me and comfort me?
Do you want me to apologize or something? Sorry, but I have a terrible hangover, so maybe after I recover from it.
You are such a scumbag. Don't you regret what you have done?
Yeah, I do, but there's nothing I can do. If you feel sad, why don't we make another baby? How about next month, because you'll be okay by then, right?
Are you for real right now? I can't believe you.
What? I thought you'd be happy if I said that.
You don't have anything to say.
You want me to apologize, right? I'm sorry. There. Happy?
Wow. Your attitude is disgusting.
Yours too.
Excuse me? Mine?
Why are you pissed off? Everything is not my fault, you know? You decide to argue with a person who is pretty damn drunk.
Aren't you sad at all?
I am, but it can't be changed. Plus, I wasn't the one pregnant, so why would I be sad for a kid who hasn't been born yet? All I can think right now is, damn, I drank too much.
So you care more about the hangover, more than me and the baby. Seriously?
And? Are you trying to argue with me again?
No. But all I'm going to say is this. That I will not forgive you for the rest of my life. Karma will bite you back someday.
Yeah, whatever.
2 weeks later. Spencer, where are you?
I'm grabbing a few drinks with my friends.
Again? Really? This is 2 weeks in a row. Don't you remember what happened? I bet you didn't tell anyone about this, because they will probably tell you to go home.
Hey, can I not drink and spend time with friends?
Friends are more important than me?
What are you talking about? Of course not.
Then why don't you come home early?
My friend, who I can't meet very often, is here now. You understand, right? Don't you want to spend time with that friend?
Yeah. But I won't be meeting with them after what happened last week, though. Don't you feel sad at all?
I am sad. I want to forget about this, so that's why I'm here.
You just want to get drunk, right? You have an alcohol problem.
Excuse me? No, I don't.
You always drink until you black out. And you even stopped going to the gym. That was your hobby. You should get help before it's too late.
Shut up. I don't have a problem. Can we not talk about this now? Because I'm enjoying my time right now.
Okay, you know what? I don't know how much you are going to drink, and I know that you are going to do something when you come home. So I will stay at my parents' house until you're okay.
I won't do anything. But if you want to stay at your parents' house, then that's fine with me.
You're not going to stop me?
No, because that's your choice. Don't worry, I'll take care of the house for you.
You seem excited for me to leave.
Really? I think it's just you.
Maybe so. Anyways, I will pack my bags and leave tonight.
If you need any help, reach out to me.
You're being creepy. But thanks. I should be okay, though. Make sure to not break anything in the house. Bye. A year later.
Hey, Louise, where are you?
I'm helping my mom cook right now. Did something happen?
What? You didn't get a call from the hospital about me?
Not yet. What happened?
I got into a car accident and got carried to the hospital. Come to the hospital immediately.
Wait, what? Incoming call. A few minutes later. I just talked to the doctor and I'll be there in a few minutes.
Hurry up!
Are you serious that you became paralyzed from the waist down?
Yes. I injured my spinal cord.
That really sucks for you.
What's with the attitude?
What attitude? I just said exactly what you said to me last year.
Are you still pissed off about what happened 2 years ago?
It's actually last year. Looks like you hit your head too hard because you can't even remember. Of course I'm still pissed. I told you that I will not forgive you for the rest of my life. I didn't even get an apology from you yet.
I did apologize to you.
Yeah, but not a sincere one.
Oh, come on, get over it.
It's something that you can't get over with. I might probably still remember this until I die.
Look, I can't even think about anything else right now. Do you have any idea how hard this is for me right now? I was told that I can't walk anymore.
Bet that's an excuse.
No, it's not. I'll apologize to you if you come to the hospital and take care of me.
Did you take care of me when I got hurt? You didn't. So I won't take care of you. Why don't you ask your parents?
They're both in the Philippines for their business trip, so they might arrive tomorrow or the day after.
Friends?
They're all busy.
Damn. Are they your real friends? I think they are just your drinking buddies.
Just shut up and come to the hospital right now.
I'll go if I can.
Didn't you say that you will arrive in a few minutes?
Yeah, but after you said that, I feel like not going.
What do you mean you don't want to come? You're my wife!
Yeah, and? I think I have a right to decide that. And I choose not to go. I will take revenge on you instead.
What?
I have been waiting for the perfect timing. And I guess now is the best time. The car accident was a God's gift.
Wait, what are you going to do?
You'll see.
Wait, you're scaring me. Are you physically going to hurt me?
I'm not like you, so of course not.
Don't you feel bad for me?
Not at all. Now do you know how I felt last year?
That's a different story.
It's not for me. I went through hell. I was depressed, stressed, traumatized, and I even lost 20 pounds.
Look, I'm sorry. Can you please help me?
Absolutely not. Deal with it by yourself. A few days later, the doctor told me you're not doing well mentally. Is everything okay?
Are you seriously asking me that? Of course not! I'm paralyzed! Plus, I didn't know what you were going to do to me, so I was scared!
Anyways, I have a big announcement. I kept it a secret, but we are officially divorced.
What? Divorced?
Yes, I submitted the papers you gave me after the miscarriage incident and got help from the lawyer to submit necessary documents. You told me I can submit it whenever I want, so I did.
I was joking about it!
So it was a threat?
Yes! You wouldn't up, so I thought this was the best way. Why did you do this to me? I never agreed to divorce you!
Yeah, and? I'm not changing my mind. Also, I think you're hiding something from me. Right?
No, I'm not!
Who's Elise? She looks young.
How do you know her?
I knew you were cheating with her before the miscarriage incident occurred. So I went on your phone to check her. I also took screenshots of your conversations while you're sleeping.
Hey, that's an invasion of privacy!
Yeah. And you don't think that you did something bad?
No, because she's a friend of mine.
Really? Do friends say, I enjoyed spending the night together, or I want you to hold me in your arms.
My friends do. It's the same thing as saying, like, I enjoy hanging out with you.
Yeah, it sure does. And looks like you guys were sending half-naked pictures to each other.
We were just sending each other pictures of us cosplaying because we love anime.
Yeah. I doubt there are characters like that.
Yes, there are. Have you ever watched One Piece and JoJo? If you did, there are plenty of characters who look like that.
I know both. But there are no characters who wear lingerie and only underwear. Just admit that you were cheating on me.
There are characters like that, and we were just imitating our favorite scenes from it.
Please stop making excuses. I also know that she has been staying over at the house after I went to my parents' house. I have been keeping an eye on you since day one. And I went into the house while you guys were not home and took pictures of every room. Do you want to see those pictures?
You were spying on me?
Yes, I was. I needed proof. Since I had a lot of evidence, I was able to file for alimony without any problems.
I need to pay alimony?
Of course. It's indefinitely.
I have no money, though.
Don't worry. I thought that you were going to say that, so I took all of your savings. But it still didn't add up. So I sold the house.
What? I'm so confused right now.
Did I say something confusing? Well, the easiest way to say this is that you have no money and house left.
Why didn't you discuss this with me?
Is there another way to pay for the alimony? Being in debt is another option, but the nice person that I am took care of that. But what you need to worry about are your medical bills.
Why are you doing this to me?
It's your own fault.
What should I do?
Why don't you ask your parents?
What? My parents? Absolutely not. I feel bad.
Oh, so you feel bad for them and not me? Wow. I'm not surprised, though. How about Elise? I bet you that she won't help you because she has a boyfriend. You got played. She was just using you for your money.
She was?
Yes. I saw her a couple of times in town with her boyfriend. They were holding hands and kissing. Both of you are... something.
Louise, I'm so sorry. I seriously apologize from the bottom of my heart. I need you in my life. Please don't leave me. I'm regretting everything.
Sorry, but we're done from last year.
Please don't say that.
Anyways, my revenge is completed and I'm so satisfied. It's been the best feeling ever. Now, please excuse me. I have a reservation at a French restaurant in an hour.
Can we talk about this once?
Absolutely not. Good luck paying the medical bills. And don't even think about asking me for help, okay? Bye. 2 years later.
Hey, Louise? How's everything?
Who is this?
It's Spencer.
What the hell do you want? Didn't I tell you not to contact me?
Please help me. I might need to go to a nursing home. I don't want to. I'm still young.
Why?
My parents were paying for my medical bills, but it was expensive, and they thought that the nursing home is cheaper. If you hadn't taken all of my savings, I would have still been at the hospital.
Sorry to hear that, but be thankful that your parents are helping you.
Can I ask you something? Can we get back together?
Are you serious?
Yes. I will apologize for everything. So can you too? Then let's act like nothing happened.
I didn't do anything that I need to apologize for, actually. I also remarried. I have a child, so no thanks.
What? Remarried? A child? Why didn't you tell me?
There is no need to tell you, so go find someone else if there is anyone, though.
Dump him and come back. He's probably trash.
Excuse me? You don't even know him. He is a true gentleman who actually is very caring and sincerely loves me. He was at my side when I gave birth. He is the total opposite of you.
Hey, I loved you too!
Yeah, if you loved me, you wouldn't have pushed me down the stairs. Or cheated on me. Anyways, I will never get back to you. So just give up.
Give me back my money then!
Why?
You got remarried, so you don't need my money, right?
That's for the alimony. Do you not remember what you did to me?
You betrayed me!
Betrayed? Really? Okay, you know what? I'm wasting my time talking to you, so I will excuse myself.
Wait! Don't leave me!
We're done. So deal with everything by yourself, okay? Karma did bite you back. After the incident, I blocked him right after, and he now lives in a nursing home. His parents stopped helping him because he was complaining and lashing out on them how he didn't want to go to a nursing home. They told him to pay back the medical bills for the hospital and not to come back until he pays it off. He is now in debt because he needs to pay back his parents and the nursing home. I don't know if he found a new job, but I heard that since no one is visiting him, he is having a mental breakdown. If he would have been more considerate of others, everything would have ended differently.
Hey, Melissa. When are you finally gonna move out of the house? Don't you know that this house belongs to my husband's family? It's high time that you just left.
Wait, what? Oh, what do you mean? This isn't your husband's family's house, it's my family's house. And I don't have any plans to move out anytime soon, so I'm really not quite sure what you mean by that.
You really can be such a pain to deal with. Do you know that? Just how long are you going to make us all live together, huh? Don't you realize that it's high time you move out so that Brian and our son and I can all enjoy this house without you? Why do you always have to be such a burden on everyone and get in the way of what they want, huh?
Charlotte, are you serious? What makes you think that you can treat me this way after what I did for your son? Are you really forgetting that I paid the $40,000 for the surgery that he had? You came to me begging for help because you said that you two wouldn't be able to afford it at all, remember?
And so what? What is the point you're even trying to make with that, huh? You think that just because you helped us pay for some measly surgery that it makes you a saint or something like that? You think it means that we can never ask anything of you ever again? Or that you can boss us around just because of that?
Of course I don't think that. Charlotte, I really don't understand what's gotten into you. I mean, is this even really Charlotte? I don't think that I've ever seen you talk or write to me with this kind of tone.
You should know that the reason I held back and didn't talk to you this way earlier was exactly because you did pay for little Tommy's surgery. But now that all of that is over and done with, I really just don't have any use for you at all. So why don't you just pack your bags and get out?
I really have no idea what you're talking about at all. What does that have to do with the other at all? Are you just saying that you've been letting me live here because I had paid for your son's surgery before? You know that's not how this works, right?
Of course it's how it works. I consider that surgery you paid for as you paying rent to us. And now that you haven't paid any rent in a while, I just don't see the point in us living together anymore.
And that's really how you feel about this whole living situation that we have? Here I thought that you were such a kind and understanding person. But I guess you were just hiding this side of yourself from me.
Well, I really didn't have much choice, did I? I knew that I needed to treat you kindly since you were paying for the surgery and all. But once I heard that Brian's family had a huge house, I thought we all might be able to move in there and enjoy being closer to his family. Unfortunately, it was only after we decided to move into there that I realized that you were also living here. You have no idea how disappointing that was.
I'm sorry you were disappointed, but I was living here first, so it's not like I was trying to let you down with my presence.
And of course, it's not that I blame you for wanting to stay here. We just thought that you would have gone and found someone to get married to so that you could have moved out by now. But I thought that once we moved in, you would think more seriously about moving out. And that was already a long time ago, and you were still living here.
Well, I don't know what you want me to say. This house has a lot of sentimental value to my family. And I have so many memories from here as well. Not just me, but all my brothers as well. So I can't just pack up my bags and leave this place like it was never mine.
No, don't you realize that you're keeping other people waiting with your selfishness? Don't you think you've been squatting here long enough already? I bet if you just got up and moved out of the house, you would lose all those silly little feelings of yours. Besides, now that you've paid for Tommy's surgery, I don't see why you think you should get to stay in this house any longer.
Charlotte, have you not been reading these texts? I am trying to tell you that this house belongs to my family. That's why I'm living here, and that's why I'm going to continue to live here.
You really just don't know anything at all, do you? Don't you know that houses always go to the eldest child? That means that this house didn't actually go to you, it went to your brother Brian, didn't it? So why don't you go out and find someone to marry you so that you can finally just leave us alone?
Well, have you talked to my brother about this? What does he have to say about you trying to kick me out of the house like this?
Oh, don't you worry about Brian. He completely agrees with what I'm doing here. But of course he is. After all, you're squatting on his birthright. And we've been very patient with you, letting you stay here as long as we have, don't you think?
Look, I'm not trying to say that this house won't ultimately end up going to Brian, but I'm just saying that you need to be a little more patient. These things need more time to unfold and happen.
You may have your pace, but I have my pace, and it's a lot faster than yours. Now why can't you just move out already?
Actually, I have something that I've been wanting to talk to you for a while now. You've been going in and out of my room without asking me, haven't you?
Going into your room? What are you talking about? I practically own this house, so I'll go into whichever room I please, thank you very much. And just what's wrong with me going into your room? Is there something you're trying to hide? If you don't like me doing it, then maybe you should just move out.
Charlotte, please! We've talked about this before, and I just don't want you snooping around my room if there's no need for you to be in there. Besides, I have a lot of important things that my parents left me in there. I would just appreciate as few people as possible passing through there, if that's all right.
Like I said, if you don't like me going into your room, then how about you pack up your bags and move out? Because otherwise we're just going to have this same conversation over and over again.
Well, I suppose it really is starting to seem that way, isn't it? Why do you have to be like this?
If you don't like it, Melissa, you know exactly what you can do to solve this issue. But don't pretend like you can just squat here forever because you paid for one lousy surgery.
I'm going to have to chat with my brother about this. I'll need some time to think, okay? Hey, Brian, are you there? I kind of needed to talk to you a little bit about Charlotte. Is now a good time to have this chat?
Oh, hey there, sis. You wanted to talk to me about my wife? Well, sure, I guess I have time. What's on your mind?
Well, the thing is that Charlotte has been demanding that I move out of the family house. Not only that, but she said that you agreed with her that I should leave. Am I really causing that much trouble being at home?
Wait, what? Melissa, come on. You know that I would never ask you to move out. It's like you said. This is our family house, and you're as entitled to it as I am. I would never, ever try and kick you out of there.
Oh, thank goodness. I knew that didn't sound like you at all. I just knew it. But I guess that means that Charlotte was just lying to me about what you said to try and make me believe her.
You know, I haven't told many people about this, but something really has changed in that woman lately. She just doesn't seem to know how to act decent around people anymore. She's just gotten herself so worked up about this house, saying that we're the only ones who should get to use it. And I've tried to explain to her that this is the house where you and I grew up in and that we both have a lot of precious memories here, but she just doesn't want to hear any of it.
I see. To be honest, I didn't want to say anything either, but I could kind of sense a tension growing between the two of you. It's like you always have something to say, but I can see you holding yourself back and letting Charlotte speak her mind. So I guess I was just a bit surprised when she started talking to me about all of this too.
So I guess she was pretty forceful in asking you to move out then?
She certainly didn't hold back on the insults or low blows, I'll say that much. And she even is acting like it was no big deal about Tommy's surgery. She just said that was how I paid rent to keep living with her. That one really blew my mind. I mean, how could you act like that towards someone?
You mean she wasn't being grateful at all for what you did for our son?
Grateful is certainly not the word that I would use to describe how Charlotte was acting towards me. She just acted as if it was a given that I should have paid for the surgery, but not that she should let me keep living in my own damn house. And when she said that you agreed with her, well, that's when I knew that I had to talk to you about this.
I see. Well, I really am so sorry that Char has been acting that way towards you. I heard her complaining about you, asking her not to go in your room, too. I guess she said that you caught her taking things from there before, and here I thought that you were actually going to get along while living here.
Wait, what? She took things out of my room! When did this happen? Do you remember what she took?
I thought she had taken some bags and makeup and stuff like that, but she said that you lent her some of those too.
What? I haven't lent her anything at all. And if she's taking things like that, then she could actually be taking some of Mom's things. You know that I don't really care about handbags or makeup or stuff like that, so what I have in my room of that is all Mom's stuff. You remember how much she spent on nice things like that, right?
But she told me that you lent them to her. I just don't really know what to think now. I really just wish that this wasn't happening, though.
Well, this is exactly why I was telling her to stay out of my room to begin with. I was worried something like this might happen.
So then, you really think that she's orchestrating this big lie or something like that? Telling you one thing and then telling me something else?
At this point, I really don't know what else to believe but that. How could it be anything else?
Well, look, I'm certainly not trying to make excuses for her, but you might want to know that when she was little, her dad actually robbed his own house before running away. It basically meant that her mom had to raise Charlotte with virtually no savings or assets to speak of.
Oh, I see. Well, I had no idea about any of that, but I guess I would have just thought she might empathize with us a bit more. I still just can't understand why she would want to kick me out of the house I've been living in for all this time.
I know. I really just don't know where she gets some of these ideas from sometimes. I really did hope that moving in here would help her make friends and settle in, but...
No, I know what you mean. I also hoped that you guys living here would bring us all closer together. I think maybe there might have been a few times that I ignored red flags from Charlotte, hoping that it would all work itself out. But I guess maybe we should have been more proactive at doing things together instead of hoping it would all work out.
I think you might be right about that. But let me try and talk to her. I mean, I'm not sure she realized just quite how much you've actually done for her son.
Well, okay, I just don't want to be the reason why you two get into a fight. Charlotte? Did you come into my room again? I thought I told you to stop doing that without my permission. And did you take stuff from here too? I notice so many things missing from where they should be. Why don't you ever listen to me when I tell you not to come into my room without asking me first?
You know what? I have had just about enough out of you. Do you think that I don't know what's going on? Do you really think that I don't know that you're just after the money that's in this house? That's a real reason why I can't stand the thought of living with you.
Charlotte, I just want to know why you think you have a right to go into my room without my permission. What makes you think you can do that and take things out of there as well?
I can do that because I need to collect rent from you somehow. Tommy is going to need another surgery and I don't have the money for it. So if you thought that you were going to get to live here free forever, then you're dead wrong.
But I already contribute $1,000 a month to the house and expenses and stuff. Besides, I don't see why I should have to pay rent to live in the house that belongs to my family. After all, the mortgage is already paid off. So why can't I just keep paying $1,000 a month like I have been? Why are you so determined to try and kick me out of my own home? I just can't understand that.
You have no idea just how long I've been holding back for the sake of my son. That's why I've been so stressed out about everything lately. Not only that, but you know that I only have a part-time job that barely pays me anything. Just why do you think $1,000 a month is enough for me?
I don't know what you mean by that. I don't pay $1,000 a month so that you can go out and have fun. I'm putting that towards the house so that we can eat and pay the utilities and things like that. And just why are you wanting more to go out when your own son is in the hospital again?
Oh, shut up! You're not my mother and you're not Tommy's mother. How dare you try and tell me how I should live my life or raise my son? I am sick of having you around here. I want you to pack up your bags and I want you out of here right now.
Well, fine then. If that's really what you want, then I'll leave. But you'll regret this. Good luck with the 3 other surgeries Tommy is going to need.
What in the world are you talking about? There's no 3 surgeries. My little Tommy is all done with those and is healthy as a horse.
You don't actually think that's true, do you? Don't you know anything about your son's condition at all? The first surgery that I paid for was only the first of a 4-part sequence. Tommy still has 3 more surgeries to go. The doctor said that his disease was advancing and that the process involved repeated surgeries.
Wait, what? But, I mean, you're telling me my son is going to need 3 more surgeries just to have a chance at surviving?
That's right. But this is a good thing. The doctors are very optimistic about this treatment plan. But I guess you'd rather I just put more money in the house so that you can spend it on yourself, right?
Oh, I see. Why didn't you tell me this from the very start?
Well, we are talking about it now. And when I get back home, you, my brother, and I are all going to talk about this in person. Your son still needs surgeries, and this isn't something that's going to be settled over text.
Well, great, then. Let's just all meet at home and we can talk about how much money we'll need from you to get through this.
You really are so obvious. Do you even realize that? Do you ever get tired of using your son to try and squeeze money and pity and favors out of people? Even when it came to you stealing from my room, you used your son's medical bills as an excuse for what you were doing.
That isn't true at all. You really have no idea what you're talking about, Melissa.
Well, I just want you to know that if I move out of this house, I'm not going to pay for another one of Tommy's surgeries. You and Brian are just going to have to figure something out on your own. But if it's really what you want, then I'll pack up my things and I'll move out of the house like you want.
Now hold on just a second. Can't you pick up on a joke when someone tells you one? Of course you can stay in the house. We'd be more than happy to let you stay. You and I can be friends again and everything.
Wow. I really don't know whether or not I should be shocked or just disappointed at your change in tone. But if you think that we're going to be friends after you said what you said to me, after you stole my mom's heirlooms from my room, you should just know that I'm not going to forgive you for what you've done.
Your mom's heirlooms? What are you talking about?
I mean all the bags and makeup and things like that you've stolen from my room when you've gone in there. Those weren't mine. They were things that my mom left behind after she passed away. You took them out of my room and used them like you would any other accessory or product.
Oh, wait. Those were your mom's? I had no idea about that. But I hardly use them at all. I promise that the bags only have a little bit of wear and tear. But if it's really that big of a deal, I'll return them all.
I can't believe that you would take what's not yours and not even offer to repair what you damaged!
I'm sorry, I really just thought I was borrowing them. I didn't know they belonged to your mom.
You had no right to borrow them in the first place. I already asked you to stop using them, didn't I?
I know, but I never saw you using them, and I thought it was such a waste to leave them like that.
You realize that you still haven't even apologized for what you've done yet, right?
Okay. You're right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have acted the way I did, and this house belongs to you, okay? So please don't leave us.
I still don't think that you're ready to act like the mother that you ought to be to Tommy.
How can you say that? What does that even mean?
I mean, here you are, acting like you need money for his surgery, but you've been stealing and selling all just to get a little extra spending money for yourself. Not only that, but I overheard you on the phone one day talking to someone who sounded like another man. You were bragging all about the wonderful things that were in the house that you can sell. I have to say that I was really surprised when I first heard that, though. Then I realized that it wasn't that you didn't have enough money for Tommy's surgery. You were just hiding the money you did have from my brother. Well, now we've caught you and there's nowhere for you to go. I'll tell my brother all about this and he'll know how to deal with you. In the end, I presented my brother with the proof I had of Charlotte's thefts. I even hired a PI to look into who the man could be. The detective found proof that Charlotte was having an affair with this man, and that led to Brian asking for a divorce. As part of the divorce proceedings, the court ordered Charlotte to pay for all of Tommy's remaining surgeries while Brian was given full custody. Brian apologized for all that he had put me through with Charlotte, but I was just glad that Tommy was going to be okay. I have no idea where Charlotte went after that. And as long as she's keeping up with her payments, I really don't care. Meanwhile, it took some time for Brian to begin to put himself out there in the dating world as a single father. But eventually he met a new woman he proposed to. Luckily, Brian's new fiancée was much more independent and showed no interest in wanting to live in the same house. And that suits me just fine. It suits me even better that we're able to get along and that never once have I had to ask her not to go into my room when her and Brian have come over to visit.
Why are you so slow at doing these things, huh? Haven't you transferred my monthly allowance into my bank account yet? Hurry up, all right? I'm having issues with paying for things. Do you really think it's okay to be self-employed these days? Because I didn't bother checking my accounts or anything, I have to pay about $1,000 more than usual. So hurry up so I can pay that back. Riley, I told you this already. You're about to get married, so you need to become more independent. I can't keep paying for your lifestyle. It's getting too much to handle. Huh? You didn't actually tell me that you were going to stop my allowance altogether, did you? You know that you can't do that to me, right? I need money to live my life. I haven't even had my wedding ceremony yet, so please just keep putting money into my bank account so I can pay for my living expenses. That's not how it works, Riley, and you should know that by now. Your fiancé is a self-employed businessman who earns a lot of money. Why not ask him for some extra cash? You were bragging about that not so long ago, right? Why can't you just ask him for some money so you can buy whatever you want? Don't you think it's a bit arrogant to ask my fiancé for an allowance when we only just got engaged? Once we have the wedding, I'll feel more comfortable. We'll be husband and wife by then, so I can ask him then for whatever I like, and I'm sure he'll give it to me. He gives in to me very easily, actually, so it should be fine. But we're still engaged right now, and he's not quite my husband yet. I can't do that to an unmarried man. That's why I'm coming to you, Mom. Just please give me some money. I don't even get why you're coming to me for this when you're not even grateful for what I give you. You call me an old hag all the time. This has been one of the only times that you've even called me Mom. I don't understand you sometimes. I don't know how you ended up so terrible when your father tried so hard to do things for you. Wow, how can you be so pedantic? I thought people like this only existed in dramas on TV. You know, as soon as I get married, you're just going to push me away. You're going to make me do everything on my own. This is crazy. You know that you could lose the only daughter you've ever had, and I'm not even related to you by blood. You're just another woman who pushes their kids away and says things like she's not my daughter, so you don't have to take responsibility anymore. First of all, I never said I would do that to you. How could you say something like that about me? You label me as such a bad person all the time, Riley. Up until now, I've been giving more living expenses to you than what you actually need every month. I get it because you still don't have to work, but still. I've been supporting you financially for a while now, and I think I've been doing a really good job of that. But there's only so much that I can do for you, Riley. Yeah, and? So what that you have? You're making quite a bit of money, so you don't have to be so stingy with your earnings, right? You're my stepmother, after all, okay? You should be financially supporting me, no questions asked. You're the one that got married knowing you'd have to look after your stepchildren. Yes, I suppose I did, but I thought you'd be a little bit more grateful for the support I give you. Of course that's why I've been providing support for you to live. I'm trying to treat you as if you were my real daughter, my real flesh and blood. A woman should be allowed to do that at least. Yeah, so I don't see what the problem is. Please, just give me my living expense payment. For the sake of your adorable daughter's survival in this cruel world. Well, the problem is your attitude at the moment. You know that I work really hard to earn that money, right? It doesn't just fall out of the sky and land on your feet. I've given up a lot of my own downtime to work and to provide as much as I can for the family and myself as well. Yes, I've heard this whole speech before, and you've earned it through doing hard work. I get it. That's why I'm glad you're giving some of it to me. I can't think of a better way to be spending the money that you earn. It's pretty good, right? You've been working a little bit up until this point, right? You know how difficult it is to make a lot of money these days. Yeah, but that's why I'm asking you for money now, all right? Look, I quit my job already, and I've left the company I worked at. Wait, what? You've quit your job already? But I thought you were going to be there for a little bit longer. Why didn't you consult me about this? Because I'm an adult now, and I don't need to consult with my stepmother every time I need to make a decision on something. I'm getting married soon, so of course it was the right thing to up and leave the company. I don't need them now anyway. I'll have my husband soon enough. My fiancé makes good money, so my future is looking very financially stable at the moment. The people around my desk were also very annoying, so I just quit. But you really can't just go and do something like that so soon. I feel like this could have been planned out a little better. I say this to you because I'm self-employed and it takes a lot to be successful. It's best to not seek stability from a self-employed position. It's unpredictable. Even though I'm making a lot of money now, I could fail and lose my business at any time. The economy could send me into a downward spiral. So maybe, for the time being, you could get a part-time job so that you're not in hot water later on. It would really help you in the long run, to be honest. Yeah, but that's the case you have to deal with. What you're saying isn't the situation I'm in. Look, my fiancé is a very smart person. He's not going to fail no matter what happens to the economy or if other outside forces change. You're being too anxious. But you don't know what happens out there. You're not living in the reality of the real world, Riley. You think that you can get away with anything and everything? Being able to earn your own money can also be your only line of defense if something bad happens. Are you really going to put all of your eggs in one basket? Okay, whatever. I don't like talking to you when you get like this. An old hag like you leaves a stink on everything they say and do. What's your problem? Are you jealous of me or something? It's time to stop and actually be aware of how old you are. Stop trying to act young. Why are you bringing my age into this when all I'm trying to do is tell you to be careful with your money? As a mother, I'm giving you solid advice. There's only one thing you should be doing right now, Marge. Send me plenty of money for my living expenses. If you'll excuse me, I need to go and get my hair and nails done at the salon now. Please just send me my money. Bye-bye now. Are you kidding me, Riley? Please, just wait a minute. Riley! I won't send you any money with that kind of attitude. I am sick of you treating me like a bank.
Hey, Marge. I'm sorry to bother you, but are you still sending money to Riley? Look, there's no need to transfer money to her anymore. She's a big part of our family, but I don't think you should be spoiling her forever. She's been so ungrateful throughout her entire life. I'm so exhausted, Marge.
Oh, right. Well, that's what I thought too. She just got in touch with me, actually. She said that she wanted me to keep giving her money until the wedding ceremony was held. Well, until then, I don't mind having to do that for my own daughter. I mean, I've been feeding her and looking after her forever, so...
I had a feeling that she got in touch with you. I was also contacted by her earlier as well. I was also told the same thing, but I also told her no. I had a feeling she was urging you to give her some money. I thought she'd be a bit more independent. I thought she wouldn't be so spoiled.
Yeah, you're right. I really thought she would be too. Well, I did decide that I would take care of her money situation until she got married, so it can't be helped.
Oh, Marge, I'm really sorry about this. I've put too much effort into giving her what she wants, and now she's acting so terribly. I've caused a lot of trouble for us now. I can't stand the way she treats me and you. It's absolutely disgusting behavior.
I know, but oh well, it's pretty much a thing of the past. A lot has happened, but we were able to overcome those things back then. Once Riley is married and everything, things should settle down and maybe we can have a bit more peace and quiet.
Yeah, I really hope so. That girl is also getting married and should be acting like an adult. She needs to stand on her own 2 feet. Let's enjoy the time we have together from now on. Things have been kind of bad up until now. I just want to relax and spend the rest of my life with you with no troubles.
I knew what I was getting into when I married you, Alan. I know you always feel bad and apologize for what's happened, but you've got to realize that none of this is your fault, Alan. But yeah, I will say I was surprised that she was more of a problem child than I expected.
Yes, and you've done so well with trying to cope with her. I do thank you for all the help you've given me, and that you've tried to do as much as you can for her.
Yeah, however, I didn't think that she'd find a man that earns his own money. I never expected that at all. I'm wondering if he's hiding his bad behavior or something dodgy. Maybe he's on the same level as Riley. Maybe one is just as bad as the other. I mean, I could be totally making this up, but I just have a bad feeling.
Hopefully he isn't that sort of guy, but I guess only time will tell. I would be grateful to be given a son-in-law that's better than Riley.
Oh, my dear, your true feelings are really coming out now. I suppose we'll get to know him more soon enough.
I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of person he is when it comes to seeing him at the wedding ceremony. Hopefully, things go a bit more smoothly, but I feel like it won't turn out that way. It never does.
Yes, it'll be an interesting occasion for sure. But let's just keep an eye on him, shall we? Anything could happen when it comes to anyone being with Riley. Hey, Marge, you won't believe this, but my fiancé has been treating me to things all day today. I'm able to buy the things that I need for my wedding. He really is the best guy. Okay, I don't get you sometimes, Riley. What is with the attitude? Why is it only me that you're being salty to these days, huh? Well, you're not my real mother, so I feel like it's fine to treat you however I like. Especially since you're so hesitant to give me any money. You've got to be kidding me with this nonsense, Riley. You can't treat me like this. I'm still your stepmother. Your attitude is really frustrating me. Jeez, okay. Well, I was actually messaging you to tell you that you're no longer invited to the wedding ceremony. Wait, what? What did you just say? What do you mean I'm not invited? This isn't funny, Riley. This isn't the time to be making jokes. My fiancé told me to tell you that you're not blood related, so why should you be invited to the wedding? Please don't show up on my wedding day. You'll ruin everything. What are you talking about? I am your stepmother, Riley. You're just going to push me away after all the things I've done? I've always taken care of you. Yeah, well, that's all over now, Marge. After all, I'm getting married, so I'll no longer be getting money from you, right? Since I won't be getting any money, I've got no use for you anymore. Oh my god, what the heck, Riley? Just because I'm not going to give you an allowance, you think you can just cut me out of your life? I don't see the point anymore. My father also said he's going to stop giving me money, but he's my biological father, so I guess I'll keep in touch with him. I can't believe you're doing this to your own family. But fine, do what you want, Riley. I understand. I won't come to your wedding then. Good. I'm glad that we're both on the same page about this. I thought I would have trouble getting you to understand. I don't want you involved in the rest of my life. Goodbye, you old hag. Don't even think about getting in contact with me ever again. I don't plan on it. I wish you nothing but the best, Riley. I hope that things work out for you and your fiancé. Just be careful because karma does work in some strange ways, you know. What the heck is going on around here? Do you know what's going on? It's my wedding ceremony today. You do know that, right? Yes, of course I know that. It's on my calendar. Oh, yep, today is your wedding day. But you told me I wasn't invited. That's why I did as you wished, Riley. I'm not going to show my face at your wedding. That would ruin everything, right? Please, just hang on a minute while I try and wrap my head around this. Why isn't Dad coming, or any of the other family members? Why hasn't anyone shown up yet? I thought they said they were going to come to my wedding today. Oh, is that what you're talking about? I was getting confused for a second there. What else could I possibly be talking about? Did you actually do something to sabotage my wedding day? My family's side of the venue is the only side that has empty seats. This has become such a huge problem. What's going on? Oh, that's right. I forgot to mention this, but everyone wanted to come to your wedding today, but they chose not to in the end. They said that there was no point in going to some stranger's wedding. Well, that's what I heard them saying anyway. What the heck is that supposed to mean? How could something so bad happen right now? Wait, what do you mean a stranger's wedding? I'm talking about my own relatives here. Why would they try around and call me a stranger? It doesn't make sense. Well, the people that have been speaking this way are also my relatives, Riley. I guess to you, that would be your former relatives, to be precise. But I don't understand what you're saying. You're the only one in our family that's not a relative, Marge. No, I'm married to your father. I'm very well recognized as being a part of the family. But what about you, Riley? Huh? What on earth are you talking about, you evil woman? I'm my father's real daughter. What are you even saying? Have you gone insane? Riley, it seems like you've always been acting like this so that you can embarrass your relatives. You're always mean to the people around you. When you were little, you broke your classmates' hearing aids and played with them, thinking it was funny that they couldn't hear. Apparently, it was difficult to pay back the compensation that you owed. It was a huge bill. You caused the family so much trouble. Okay, yeah, maybe I did something along those lines, but come on, I was just a kid. We all do silly things. Kids can't help that. Besides, what's that got to do with what we're talking about right now? You need to tell those family members to get down here and fill those seats. We can talk about all the issues after the ceremony is finished. This is my day, and all eyes should be on me and only me. I'm the bride, remember? Well, it seems like everyone here doesn't care about what you just said, your father included. I'm so furious to learn about your attitude and your fiancé's attitude towards my wife, Riley. You're both adults, for goodness sake. If you're cutting ties with me and treating me like a stranger, then you need to do the same for him too. You're breaking your father's heart, Riley. Wait a minute, cut off my real dad? But I couldn't do that to him, okay? Doesn't he want to take his adorable daughter's side in this? I'm going to tell you what happened. It was during the wedding rehearsal the other day. Your fiancé's attitude was so terrible. Don't you remember the fight with your father? Yeah, we had a fight, but what of it? You know that he and his family are so strict. I thought his family wouldn't accept you as my stepmother. I can't even ignore you, so it's so frustrating. You're always getting in the way of my family. Up until now, Riley, I have treated you as if you were my real daughter. Whenever you got into trouble, I gave you money. I let you live your life without any inconveniences, and yet you still treat me badly and behave like this. I'm over it. And that's something that you wanted to do out of the kindness of your own heart, isn't it, Marge? Would you just stop being so patronizing? You know that I'm not going to forgive you for giving up your money for me. Do you think I should feel sorry for you? You should have been more careful about marrying my dad. Well, I was very much aware of your father's situation when it came to you. I'm a business owner, Riley. I'm not too worried about money. I know that you always thought that you could get a lot of money out of me since I was able to become your mother, so you just used me for that. Because I was able to give you a lot of money for your living expenses each month, I suppose it was a condition so that Alan and I could get married. Yeah, that's right. So, what's your point in all of this? Even if that wasn't the case, we were still poor. I was just a girl who used her father's money. I guess it's only natural for you to hate for trying to suck my dad's bank account dry. Yeah, I definitely thought that you thought of your father as a money tree and that's it. But he and I were aware of that. Yeah, I had a feeling you were both aware. Well, to be honest, I don't give a crap about that. I guess thank you for giving me money up until now. Thank you for all the hard work you've done, Marge. I guess it wasn't all for nothing. Okay, that's it. Alan and I are tired of your attitude. That's why I'm dealing with your selfishness right to the bitter end of this. From today onwards, have your wedding ceremony and do whatever you want as a married woman. We are now severing ties with you, Riley. You know what, Marge? You've gone all crazy. If you want to cut ties with me, do it. Do whatever you like. But you can't do that until after the wedding is over. Do you really think that everything's going to go your way all the time, Riley? You know that the world doesn't work like that, right? You can't always get what you want. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? You know that I get whatever I want when I want. What makes you say that to me now? Up until this point, you've been so selfish and used other people's money to get what you wanted. Even when I thought that you'd become a successful member of society, this is still how you are. I'm not surprised that your mother ran away from this mess. Wait, what do you mean? Why are you bringing up my mom? What would you know about her anyway? You'd be surprised, Riley. I know quite a bit about your mom. I'm talking about your real mom. Because of your bad behavior, I got depressed and ran off. Wait, what did you just say to me? I heard that she ran off with another man in the dead of night, never to be seen again. No? No, you're wrong. I made that up so Alan wouldn't hurt you. But I will say it was the best lie I've ever told. The real cause was your bad behavior. You made her feel so depressed, she wasn't in a good frame of mind at all when she left. Huh? But I don't understand. How could it possibly have been my fault? I was just a kid, right? Since you were a little girl, you have done nothing but hurt a lot of people. You were so evil, it cost a lot in compensation for what you did. You stabbed a neighbor. Your mother, who was also a bit of a troublemaker herself, felt responsible for your bad behavior. She got really depressed, she stopped going to work, and she abandoned her job and home. She ran as far away as she could. What? No way. That actually happened? She ran away because of me? Her only daughter? It seemed like Alan also tried to make an effort in helping you change your personality and your behavior. By that time, he realized he was too late, and this is the result we get. What the heck is that supposed to mean? Are you saying I'm a bad person? I'm not that bad, am I? Since both of you were working, you were able to make me this way. So what happened when it was only just my dad and he became really poor? Are you saying that this is all my fault? I suppose you could say that. It was very much your fault that all of this happened and why I'm here now, in this family. Once he was a married man, he had to pay for the compensation. I was there, I was able to help support him in that. You caused my husband a lot of trouble when all you had to do was behave yourself. Well, if you're a parent like that, it's only natural to do everything for your child, including wiping their own butt. If you say things like that, Riley, nothing will ever change with you. What you are will never change. All of your relatives are really disappointed in you. Especially when they found out that the one person who took good care of you wasn't invited to the wedding. I don't need an ungrateful daughter like you in my life. Okay, all right, I get it. You've made your point. Fine, then you can come along with them too. This is so embarrassing for me, okay? Didn't I tell you that the family is really strict? I'm so annoyed. They're making me do something like this. I just need them to cooperate with me just this one time. Wow, you are not making things any easier, are you? Look, you chose this man all on your own, so now it's up to you to create your own happiness. If you think everything will go your way, you're wrong. This is what has happened as a result. You have caused so much trouble for us, even though we took care of you. God, give me a break, Marge. If things continue like this, my marriage could be annulled. I don't want that to happen, so please just get over here. We can't start the ceremony like this. Everyone will start questioning me where my family is. I can't have that happening. His family will wonder what's going on. It's all your own fault, Riley. Apparently all the relatives will cut ties with you after this because I made a connection with you. I've suffered my own loss here. I don't wish for this to happen, but I've got no other choice but to do this, Riley. Don't just use people and think they won't notice what you're doing. Okay, I get it. Look, I'm sorry for what I've done up until now. Please, let's just talk about this later and just get the family to come over here right now, please. There's nothing more you can do now, Riley. Even if you cry and beg, nothing's going to change. You've taken advantage of all the people in your life, and we've had enough of it. Don't you know that you need us more than we need you now? I bet that it's hard to be abandoned by all the people in your family and then get that realization that you're just a scumbag daughter. After that whole debacle, Riley got into a fight with the groom, and the ceremony hall had turned into utter chaos. Apparently, the groom's relatives were so disappointed that they decided to file the divorce for the fiancé. Some of Riley's friends said that they honestly didn't want to get involved with what happened. Apparently, this led to her being the laughingstock of the entire day, and she had become estranged to them. She was also cut off from all her relatives as well. With no one left to rely on, she reluctantly started looking for a part-time job in order to make a decent living for herself. At her former workplace, she proudly resigned from there. However, they all made fun of the unmarried woman, and so she quit her job and has never returned to her old workplace. Also, her former colleagues had heard so many rumors about her. They came to her part-time job to make fun of her, and she was so embarrassed. Riley's lived her life making fun of people and taking advantage of them. What goes around comes around, I suppose.